Every day, you wake up with the best intentions. You open your to-do list, and it's packed. Meetings, messages, errands, emails. You start crossing things off one by one, and by evening, you're drained. But weirdly, not satisfied. You were busy, but you didn't move forward. Here's the hard truth. Productivity isn't about doing more. It's about doing what matters. And that's exactly what The One Thing by Gary Keller is about. This book has changed the way entrepreneurs, creators, and high performers structure their days, not by giving them more tools, but by helping them eliminate everything that doesn't matter. Real success doesn't come from being available all the time. It comes from being intentional about one thing at a time. This video will break down 7 productivity secrets from The One Thing that work. No fluff, no hacks, just high-impact shifts that simplify your day and amplify your results. So if you're tired of being busy but going nowhere, if you're ready to stop reacting and start focusing, subscribe now and let's get back to what matters. Secret 1. Focus on the one thing that truly matters. Let me ask you something. If you could only get one thing done today, just one, what would it be? Most people never ask that. Instead, they chase productivity like it's a badge of honor. Their success is measured by how many tasks they can squeeze into 24 hours. But The One Thing flips that mindset completely. Gary Keller's message is clear. Success doesn't come from doing everything. It comes from doing the one thing that makes everything else easier or unnecessary. This is not about time management. It's about priority management. And spoiler, priorities shouldn't even be plural. Only one thing should dominate your day. The thing that moves the needle furthest. Think about a domino. One small push can start a chain reaction, but only if you line the pieces up right. Start with the wrong task, and your energy gets wasted. The most productive people don't have more time. They just protect their focus more ruthlessly. They start every day by asking, what's the one thing that matters most right now? So ask yourself, are you spending your day reacting to everything, or investing in the one thing that matters? Secret 2. Use the focusing question every day. Most people wake up and ask, what do I have to do today? It's a survival question. It keeps you reactive, scattered, and overwhelmed. But Gary Keller offers a better question, one that changes everything. What's the one thing I can do, such that by doing it, everything else becomes easier or unnecessary? This isn't just a quote. It's a filter, a compass, a mental shortcut that slices through the noise and points you straight to the high-impact action. When you ask this every morning before you check your phone, you give your brain a mission before you get dragged into other people's agendas. Not a list, a target. Let's break it down. One thing. Singular focus. I can do something within your control. By doing it, domino effect. Everything else becomes easier. Leverage. It's not about doing more. It's about doing what matters more. Some of the world's most successful people ask versions of this daily because they know that clarity doesn't come from thinking. It comes from asking the right questions. So tomorrow morning, ask yourself, what's the one thing I can do today that changes everything else? Secret 3. Say no to everything that's not essential. Here's something most people won't tell you. Success is more about what you say no to than what you say yes to. Gary Keller explains it this way. Every yes is a no to something else. Usually, the thing that matters most. We live in a world that worships opportunity, so we keep piling things on. New projects, new side hustles, new habits. And then we wonder why we feel exhausted and stuck. The truth? You're not overwhelmed because you're doing too little. You're overwhelmed because you're doing too much of the wrong stuff. The most productive people aren't superhuman. They've just mastered one thing most people avoid: the discipline of saying no without guilt. They protect their time like it's sacred. They decline meetings. They drop nice but unnecessary ideas. They don't try to be everything to everyone because they understand. Focus is a yes to greatness and a no to everything else. So here's your challenge. What can you eliminate today so that the one thing that matters gets your full attention? Secret 4. Time block your one thing. You know what your one thing is. Great. Now here's the real question. Where is it on your calendar? Because without time blocking, your most important task becomes your most neglected one. Gary Keller says this bluntly. If it's not in your calendar, it's not real. We fill our days with everything but the one thing. Emails, administrator, meetings that go nowhere. Then, by the time we're free, we're too tired to focus. Top performers do the opposite. They don't wait for free time, they create it. They block out 2 to 4 hours in the morning when their brain is fresh and the world is quiet. They treat it like an unmissable meeting. No calls, no distractions, no compromises. Why mornings? Because that's when you still own your mind before the world steals it. This isn't about being rigid. It's about being ruthlessly intentional with the most valuable hours of your day. So instead of saying, I'll get to it when I have time, start saying, I've already scheduled it because it matters. Time isn't something you find, it's something you protect. So, when will you show up for your one thing? Secret 5. Go small to go big. Embrace the domino effect. Everyone wants a breakthrough, but few people realize that breakthroughs don't start big. They start small, like a single domino. Gary Keller calls this the domino effect. It's simple physics. One tiny domino can knock over another 50% larger. String enough of them together, you go from tapping a 2-inch tile to toppling a skyscraper. The same applies to your life. You don't need to conquer everything today. You just need to tip the first domino, the one action that starts a chain reaction. That might mean writing the first page of your book, making one call to a potential client, waking up 30 minutes earlier. It won't feel dramatic. It might even feel insignificant. But if it's the right domain, then the rest becomes easier or unnecessary. Big success doesn't come from doing everything. It comes from doing the right thing first. So instead of asking, how do I do it all? Start asking, what's my first domino today? Then show up, push it, and let momentum do the rest. Secret 6. Ditch multitasking forever. Multitasking sounds efficient. In reality, it's a productivity killer in disguise. Gary Keller doesn't mince words here. Multitasking is a lie. Your brain isn't wired to focus on 2 cognitive tasks at once. You're really switching back and forth, and every switch costs time, energy, and accuracy. It's called attention residue. When you jump between tasks, your mind leaves a part of itself behind, and it takes longer to re-engage every time. The result? You feel busy, but your results stay flat. High achievers don't multitask. They single task with intention. They clear the space, silence notifications, and give one thing the right thing to their full attention. Keller shares research showing that multitaskers perform worse on memory, logic, and focus. Even worse, they think they're doing great, but the data says otherwise. Want to double your output instantly? Stop splitting your brain. Start protecting your focus like it's the most valuable thing you have. Because it is. So today, do this. Close your tabs. Turn off the noise. Pick one task and go all in. Because the people who do one thing at a time tend to go further than those who try to do everything at once. Secret 7. Build discipline into habit, not motivation. Motivation is overrated. It's loud, it's emotional, and it disappears the moment life gets hard. Gary Keller says it bluntly. You don't need more discipline. You just need enough to build a habit. Discipline is the ignition. Habit is the engine. Most people rely on willpower and burnout, but the most productive people, they understand that consistency beats intensity. They don't try to be ultra-disciplined forever. They commit to showing up just long enough for the action to become automatic. That's how professionals think. They don't ask, do I feel like doing it today? They just do it because it's who they are now. Keller points to research. It takes about 66 days to form a habit. Not 21, not 3, but 2 months of focused repetition. After that, you no longer need discipline. The habit carries you, so stop chasing motivation. Start building the rhythm. Anchor your one thing in your routine, at the same time, in the same place, every day, and let identity take over. Because in the end, you don't rise to the level of your goals. You fall to the level of your systems. So here we are, 7 secrets, 1 core truth. You don't need more time. You need to focus on what matters most. The one thing isn't a productivity hack. It's a mindset shift. From busy to intentional. From scattered to strategic. And here's the good news. You don't have to fix everything overnight. You just need to start with one thing. That may mean asking the focusing question each morning. It may mean time blocking 2 hours for deep work. Or maybe it's finally saying no to everything that doesn't move you forward. Whatever it is, commit to it today. Because your success isn't waiting for perfect timing. It's waiting for your next action. And if this message hits home, don't stop here. Read Deep Work by Cal Newport, a powerful follow-up that shows you how to protect your attention in a world built to steal it. Where the one thing gives you clarity, Deep Work gives you tools to go deeper. So, what's your one thing today? Drop it in the comments, I'd love to hear it. And if you're serious about building a focused, intentional life, hit subscribe and let's simplify success together.